I had always been a low-key person, but for my high school reunion, I decided to go all out with my makeup. To my dismay, no one even remembered me. "Excuse me, who are you?" Jennifer asked. She had been dabbling in amateur modeling since our school days. "Wow, you're so caked up I could even recognize you." Incredibly, Jennifer splashed her cup of water on my face. With my makeup ruined, I suddenly felt exposed, as if a spell had been broken. Just then, I heard murmurs from my classmates. "Wait, are you?" "Yes, I'm not the same person I used to be. My name is Sarah, a 20-year-old literature student at a private university. While many college girls are into fashion, I've never had an interest in it. I'm still that low-key person. People say you'll get into fashion in college, but that never happened to me. Even now, I look the same as I did in high school. I only tuck my hair behind my ears when eating. Otherwise, my face remains mostly hidden, and that's fine by me. Being inconspicuous, almost like air, suits me perfectly. I've loved reading since I was a kid. In elementary school, while everyone else ran to the playground, I headed to the library. I can't remember if I loved books first or if I went to the library to fill a lonely void. But I definitely love reading. Inside books, there's a world that I don't know about. Books add color to my otherwise monotonous life. Reading was my only hobby, especially since I wasn't good at sports or socializing. In high school, reading alone wasn't enough, so I started writing novels. I would hide behind my long hair and secretly observe people for story ideas. In my world, exciting things were always happening, things I would never experience. Just like reading books, observing the real world was fascinating. "Sarah, tuck your hair behind your ears. No one can talk to you if they can't see your face." Well, I guess I'm the only one who would. Jennifer, who was way out of my league, would occasionally come over to my desk to talk. She was an amateur model known as the rich high schooler. I never understood why Jennifer picked on me, but she wasn't bullying me, just teasing. She was indeed pretty and wore high-end brands, but she never became material for my novels, so I ignored her. My hobby of writing novels, which began in high school, continues to this day, and I even post my works online. One day after college, I dashed off to a publishing house in Boston. The scenery from this unusual train ride seemed more vivid than ever. Oh man, I'm so nervous. For the past week, my heart has been racing, and it's all I can do to keep my composure. My heart is pounding, and it's reaching its peak now. "Next, please." "Nice to meet you. I've been a fan of Miss Williams since middle school." I poured my feelings into those words, probably speaking more openly than I ever had before. By the way, Miss Williams is the author Emily Williams, whom I adore. Today, her new book launch event is happening at this publishing house. "You have a way with words, dear. Thank you for loving my work so much. Keep challenging yourself to broaden your horizons," Miss Williams said, signing her new book for me. As I walked away, still on cloud nine, a man near the entrance of the publishing house stopped me. Little did I know that this encounter would change my life. He handed me a special makeup set, and oddly enough, it sparked an interest in makeup, something I had never cared about before. From then on, I started waking up a little earlier to do my makeup before going to college. It's strange, when I put on makeup, my face naturally brightens and my perspective broadens. I realize that the world, which I thought was always the same, actually changes from moment to moment. Makeup isn't just about looking good, it's more than that. One day, as I was enjoying this newfound joy and curiosity, I found an invitation to my high school reunion in the mail. A reunion, huh? The old me would have sighed and wavered over whether to attend, but now I felt a slight urge to go. Inspired by Miss Williams's encouragement to keep challenging myself, I decided to attend. On the day of the reunion, I opened the makeup set and discovered an array of eyeshadows, lipsticks, and blushes I had never used before. Should I go a bit more glamorous for the reunion? I selected some bold colors I usually wouldn't dare try. Before I knew it, I had applied heavy makeup, looking more like a stage actress than my usual self. Well, no one will remember my face anyway, I thought, slipping into a new dress I had bought for the occasion. Technically, you need my agency's permission to take a photo with me, but I'll let it slide today, someone said. When I arrived, Jennifer was already the center of attention, tipsy and more flamboyant than ever. She had transitioned from amateur modeling to professional, gracing magazine covers that I had seen a year ago. Impressive indeed. While I didn't necessarily want to be like Jennifer, I admired her for boldly expressing herself. As for me, people who passed by barely acknowledged me, clearly not remembering who I was. I guess that's to be expected, I thought. Why would they remember someone they never spoke to? It's a predictable reaction. I felt a pang of sadness. Excuse me, who are you? Jennifer, noticing me standing at the entrance, sauntered over with a cup of water. She peered closely at my face, chuckled, and then, in an instant, something cold splashed across my face. Hey, what are you doing? In a blink, I was soaked. Jennifer had tossed water from her cup onto me. The room fell silent. I can't even recognize you with all that overdone makeup. Jennifer's voice rang out, unbothered by the reactions around her. She showed me the empty cup with a laugh. What just happened? It's so cold. What does my face look like now? I dabbed at my face with a handkerchief only to see it smeared with makeup. So my makeup is ruined? I suddenly felt exposed as if a spell had been lifted. Then I heard murmurs from my classmates. Hey, haven't we seen her on TV? Wait, are you related to Tommy Haywood? Before I knew it, a crowd had gathered around me. Jennifer looked even more surprised and at a loss for words. You see, I had recently made my TV debut. On my way back from Miss Williams's book launch, I had an unexpected encounter with Tommy Haywood, a world-renowned makeup artist. He had been conducting an interview in another room at the publishers. Tommy Haywood's show is a top-rated program in the beauty genre, and even I, despite knowing little about beauty, had heard of him. When he approached me near the entrance after the event, I was stunned. I'm borrowing her, he said, grabbing my arm and leading me to an empty conference room, unfazed by my surprise. Don't worry, I'll give you a makeover. Tommy Haywood seated me, removed his glasses, and transformed my look in just a few minutes. Finally, he styled my hair. Take a look. I was stunned when I gazed into the hand mirror he handed me. Wow, I look beautiful. Even the staff from the publishing house were taken aback by my transformation. How about becoming my exclusive model? What? Exclusive model? I instinctively shook my head at the unexpected offer. Why not? Meeting you here today is fate. I'm so proud of how stunning you look with my makeup. Let's inspire women around the world together. I was grateful for the incredible makeover and thrilled to meet someone so renowned, but the idea of standing out made me uneasy. I've always lived my life avoiding the spotlight and I'm comfortable that way. Sensing my hesitation, Tommy Haywood slowly shook his head. You should believe in your potential and have the courage to step into the wider world. Think about it. With that, he gave me his contact information and a custom makeup set. That's the makeup set I'm using now. For days afterward, Tommy Haywood's words lingered in my mind. Not just him, but Miss Williams had also encouraged me to broaden my horizons and embrace new challenges. Maybe it was time to give it a try. I made up my mind and called Tommy Haywood. From that moment on, I entrusted everything to him. One thing led to another, and I became a regular model on Tommy Haywood's show. On the show, I revealed my bare face and underwent a stunning transformation thanks to his expertise. It seemed that someone here had seen that episode. Oh, it's Sarah, you're Tommy Haywood's exclusive model. That's amazing. Tell us your story. My classmates began to crowd around me, eager to hear more. I have a better modeling career than you. Jennifer's voice, dripping with resentment, cut through the excitement. She glared at us from the edge of the group. My classmates who had witnessed Jennifer splash water on me exchanged looks of disdain. You should thank me. I'm the one who took off your overdone makeup so people could actually recognize you. Jennifer showed no sign of remorse. That's when Robert, the class heartthrob, stepped in front of her, brandishing his phone. Jennifer, you're so predictable. Most of your Instagram photos are stock images, aren't they? What are you talking about, Robert? That's not true. Well, the American store you posted about recently has been under renovation for months, and someone saw you in Boston just a few hours before you claimed to be in Paris. Robert continued to press Jennifer, who was visibly flustered. You're not actually getting any modeling gigs, are you? That's really mean. Jennifer, clearly shaken, couldn't handle the cold stares from our classmates and stormed out of the room. Lies have a way of catching up to you, one classmate murmured. Later, I heard that many classmates had been following Jennifer's Instagram and were growing weary of her fake posts. Sarah, you dropped this earlier. Robert handed me Miss Williams's book, which had fallen out of my bag when Jennifer splashed water on me. Thank you. After that, I ended up talking more with my classmates than I had in all 3 years of high school. Engaging with the people around me wasn't as difficult as I had imagined. Everyone has their own thoughts, ways of living, and uncertainties. I knew this, of course, but hearing it firsthand was different from reading about it in a book. I'm glad I attended the reunion and truly grateful I found the courage to go. As for Jennifer, I heard she was let go from her modeling agency. A video of her splashing water on me at the reunion had gone viral, leading to a public backlash. Social media can be unforgiving. While I questioned the person who posted the video, I hope Jennifer learns to live authentically and without deception. 3 years have passed since then. Sarah, could you come over now? The call led me back to the publishing house where 3 years ago I first met Tommy Haywood and spoke with Miss Williams. That day, in this very place, my life changed dramatically. Lost in thought, I heard a voice behind me. Are you Miss Sarah, the writer? Yes, that's me. Your novel is going to be published. You're making your debut as a novelist. Really? I was so surprised that I kept asking for confirmation. Since gaining confidence, I had been submitting my novels to the publishing house. One of them had caught the attention of the higher-ups, and now it's going to be a book. From now on, you'll be a beauty expert and a writer. You'll be quite busy. We'll schedule a meeting for next week. Looking forward to working with you, Miss Sarah. Likewise, thank you. Being called a writer still feels a bit surreal. Will I ever get used to it? Probably not. I remind myself never to forget where I started. As I stepped outside, the warm glow of the sunset wrapped around me. The building housing the publishing company was also bathed in the colors of the setting sun. This place holds a special significance for me. I'm grateful I took that courageous step back then. Otherwise, I might still be hiding behind my hair, confined to a limited world. I wouldn't have been able to witness this beautiful view or be part of the exciting things unfolding around me. Books remain my cherished companions, but now I want to write stories that inspire those who, like me, need a bit of courage. Facing the setting sun, I made that resolution. Good morning. Good morning. I hope we find a great venue today. Yeah. Today, I'm out venue hunting for a wedding with the man who recently proposed to me, Robert, whom I reconnected with at the reunion 3 years ago. He's the one who picked up the book I had dropped. Since then, we've stayed in touch and discovered a shared love for reading, especially Miss Williams's books. Robert, once the class heartthrob, turned out to be someone I truly connect with. Being with him makes my heart race, the world around me seems brighter, and I feel completely at ease. New emotions are stirring within me. Found another idea for a novel, haven't you? Robert teased, peering at me with a knowing smile. You noticed? Come on, let's focus on today. No work talk. Our wedding is our own special story. Let's not turn it into a novel. Oh, come on, let's share our happiness. Our laughter echoed in the air as we walked hand in hand into